Greetings, God bless, and welcome back. So, I just had a revelation or realization of people that I have befriended that are members of my family, acquaintances that are educated, reasonably well off. They've bought into the thing that's been going on the past few years, and they're white people. And they totally loathe whiteness, even though they have white privilege. They're going to keep their white privilege. They certainly haven't surrendered their homes and their wealthy lifestyle to any Marxist groups that I'm aware of. But they do want to project. And what I'm noticing is white people think that they can bash other white people in the their Marxist thing. So the white people who are heterosexual, married with children, um, again wealthy, uh, they think that as long as they're bashing a white person, that they have done their part for the Marxist movement, and especially so this straight white wealthy person who's bought into this Marxist agenda. They look for who's a vulnerable white person that they can bash. Okay, so these self-loathing, entitled white people who are parroting, oh, you know, kill white people, bad white people, bad, even though I'm a white person. Like it's this insane, disgusting thing that's been going on. And so they're not going to bash a white gay person because that's not politically correct. So they're going to look for who's Christian. Easy target. Let's bash the white Christian. Let's bash the solo, solitary, vulnerable, poor white Christian. That's disposable. They don't have any leverage. They can't. Nobody. They don't know anybody that you know. They don't know anybody that can influence you, that can shame you. So that's what I'm noticing. Like some of these activists, these white privileged. I mean, and that's what I noticed. Who's the Marxist? Who's the Marxist that that is really like hysterical? It's usually wealthy people. So I'm wondering, because it's working class people. They're not. I have never met anybody who's working class that's into Marxism. I think because a working class person's like, I deserve my money. I'm not going to feel guilty. I work my ass off. I'm like well past slave labor thing. I'm not going to feel guilty. I'm not going to feel guilty about one damn thing about me. But wealthy people who have exploited people, who have played the system, played the game, turned a blind eye to human trafficking. That's what I think a lot of um, people who have a really good retirement, they spend a long time turning a blind eye to human trafficking or something illegal going on. That's my theory. I don't know if it's true. Tell me if you know. But anyways, to you Marxists, entitled, rich, insulated, privileged Marxist people who think that as long as you, even though you're white, even though you're rich, you think that you get to bash some poor white person, some poor white friend of yours, some vulnerable white person, like make sure, and a Christian. Oh yeah, that's even better, right? That's wrong. Okay, you are not doing, um, you're not even doing Marxists a favor by attacking a Christian heterosexual person who happens to have their normal hair color, who believes in the Bible. Like you targeting any person based on their skin color, you are a racist. If you're a black person targeting a white person, you are a racist. Just because It's a white person that's being persecuted does not mean it's anything goes. So that, white Marxist activists, you need to stop. And black Marxist activists, you need to stop. And if you guys see anybody doing anything like that, like, oh, I'm just going to attack somebody who's sick, fragile, feeble, solitary, isolated, I'm just going to attack that person um, for the cause, just to be mean, just to get your rocks off. That's wrong. It's so incredibly evil. And what's so terrible is that these Marxist minions think that they're self-righteous and that they're doing something for the cause. And what is even more psychotic is some of these people are even Christian. They call themselves a Christian, but they're like, oh yeah, but you know, but not really, or something like that. Like, well, but if you're a real Christian, if you're actually gonna say the Bible is right, I mean, what God said was right. Like God created something and it was good. God created man and woman. That's it. Oh well, then this fake Christian, what's called a worm Christian, is like, oh well, we got to get rid of that. So, and you know what? God created white people, black people, brown people, yellow people, red people, and it was good. All right. So, I think there's white people who have done shitty things, and they think as long as they stab another white person in the back, um, that they're going to be like somehow that's some type of absolving them. And I think the same goes for black people or Spanish people, Mexican, whatever. I think there's this insane value system. And it's like, as long as I harm a white person, I'm going to make things. And this is where we're at, people. So, what do you guys think? Thanks for watching. Let me know. I look forward to hearing from you. Bye bye. God bless.